this water running down the wall. I mean, sooner or later, I know we've got metal studs in there, but there's other wood in there somewhere.
You've got lots of places you could look in here. There's one in the front, there's one at this back door where the this is wallpaper, and there's just water in between it.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And who knows? Nobody's ever cut into it and opened it up, so...
Well, that's the original roof, isn't it, Marvin, since '89? I think it's time to replace it.
Is that when these buildings were built, '89?
Uh-huh. For us old people have been here a while.
So, I mean, I think it served the city quite well. It was whoever did it did a good job on it.
So we'd go back to the same time? It hadn't improved roofing?
It has, and I think, and I've talked to both of them about kind of putting some specs together so that it could be a bid package of... So what's happened is materials have gotten better, labor's gotten worse, so there's products that... The roofs that are up here are tar gravel roofs. When those are done right, they're some of the very best roofs there can ever be. Now, there's roof systems that are put together in a factory where...
Like a bladder.
Yeah, there's less
Human error.
less human error on the rooftop. So, like, you got the built-up roof, the tar and gravel roof like that. You know, if you got the right guy early in the morning when everybody's feeling good and great and all that, there's nothing made in a factory that can be better than that system. But then what happens at the end of that day when everybody's really ready to go home, does the quality drop? I think absolutely. So there's other systems that we can look at that are, I think, more cost-effective and much more repairable. That's one of the issues that we've always had with tar and gravel roofs, is finding the leak is very difficult because you have gravel everywhere. You got to scrape it out of the way, and half the time you cover up where the problem actually was in the process of trying to...
Other things, they have a pitch to them or something?
No. I'm talking about probably like TPO or PVC. These are the white roofs that you see nowadays that are...
We use that on the front walkway.
Right.
Didn't we have a presentation of someone that...
I'm sorry?
Didn't we have a presentation from some company before about the roof, about putting that white stuff up?
Might have been before I was here. I've never seen
We
one.
did for the other end.
And
Fire department.
Okay.
we also had a presentation in 2017. That's what I put on my memo when I first got here.
And so, I'm one of those that doesn't believe one roof is perfect for all things. But anyway, so I've already started working on it. I can put some specs together to where you can put bids out, and then everybody's bidding apples to apples instead of this guy trying to say this product and my company is what you need here, and this product, somebody else saying this product and this. And then I guess basically find out what the cost is and go from there. But I do think that it's not getting better, it's getting worse, and it's not getting cheaper.
I agree. I'm not an expert on it though, but I agree.
I don't know, these are big.
I don't think it's a tar and gravel roof. I have no idea. Is it like this thick or is it like?
Well, I've never torn into that because what we also did is added, so I would say probably that thick. And we would be replacing it with one that's not much thicker than this.
But you can still walk on it and stuff?
Oh, yeah. And then more repair. The biggest thing, the greatest thing about the old roofs was, it's called a built-up roof because you built it up, you put a layer of fiberglass mat and then hot tar, and another layer of fiberglass mat and hot tar.
Yeah.
And you could be a 3-layer roof, you could be a 6-layer roof. And that's what determined how much better the roof was. So we'd have to do a core sample and pull it out to see, because there can even be multiple layers in there. If there's not multiple layers, we can save a lot of money by leaving that up there and going over it, because these other new products are light, very light, and that's
know, if you tear it down where you can put this other new product up, you tear all that, take all the tar off.
I'm saying you don't have to.
Oh, you don't
With
have to.
lighter products, you can save all of that landfill, labor cost and all that,
Because my deal is if we start digging all this up and then go, oh my God, we got this problem, we got that problem.
I'm kinda
I know that's what you're thinking
I think
too.
we do some core samples to watch, so when I say a core sample, we have a tool we'll cut in and you pull it out and you see how many layers and of what. And then probably what I would probably recommend is that we put some insulation on top of that. That puts a buffer, it has some R value, gives you a smooth surface to work over. And I think you're gonna gain R value in that, costing less doing that than the cost of taking the other off and filling the landfill up and.
Well, Marvin, didn't we already discuss that we were gonna replace the roof?
Yeah, but we talked about it under doing it out of the Rescue Act. We no longer can do that.
Oh.
Because of change of purpose, or it's because the money's gone?
Because the money has to be set aside for the other project.
So I guess that's what we're talking about here tonight, is where that money would come from, and where are you saying it would come from?
And also, yes, because if we're just gonna patch it, I can get a gentleman up there to patch it. If we're going to actually do the roof, then yes, I'll spend the time to put the package back together once again. It's just I've got a lot of projects going, and if we're not really wanting to move forward with it, then I'll get the minor repairs done.
And what we can do is we can take the two buildings and separate them as if they're two different projects, to where maybe they're not cost effective, maybe we can do a little of both. Maybe we can put the new roof, I know that building is worse than this one.
This one had the major leak where it damaged the printer.
I understand, I'm just talking about the roof in general, looking at the whole thing. It looks to be in better shape than that one. I get what you're saying, we got more valuables in this one, but I don't know if somebody goes and checks for leaks every time it rains over there, and that's my, anyway, ideally you do both of them and get it over with, but what I'm just saying is that we can put it separately so you can find out if maybe you want to do a temporary repair on one of them and get the other one replaced and come back a couple of years later.
Well, my suggestion is to get them both replaced at their limits.
That would be mine as well.
If you looked at it, and in your opinion as a roofer, would you recommend a full replacement of the roof or fix it, just repair it?
I would recommend redoing this building and that building both completely.
I think we have to protect an asset that we,
And you had a bid from me at one time that's about half of what I expect it to be now.
I think we need to.
Just a reminder.
Pull it off and what it's.
Well, it is a reminder, we're the citizen that cost our city quite a bit of money.
Joe, I need to go deal with that.
Understood.
Sorry about that.
No, that's, hope everything's good.
So, do we
We
want
gotta
to,
decide where we're gonna get.
Do we need a motion to direct y'all to get bids, or you just know what we got?
We need a motion for us to go out for bids.
Okay.
I'd be wanting to know the only place it can come from is from the combination tax bond.
Sure.
Once we get the bids and find out what it is, and I think we can discuss then where it's gonna come from.
How many bids are
Hey,
we?
drop us, look at numbers. What is
Drop
your,
it again. Drop it again.
How many bids are we?
It's right there. Oh, yeah, well, that's just my,
when we go out for a bid package like that, it could be, minimum we want is 3, it could be as high as 10, a dozen.
Usually post it and people come.
Oh, okay.
I'd be interested in what the other roofers have to say about once they look at it and decide which, they're probably gonna tell us, yeah, replace it, but if they give us a,
Well, you can always patch it, that's what we've been doing.
No.
But it's,
I know, but if all of them say it all needs to be replaced, but then the other half of them come back and say, well, we can patch it for this, or we can redo it for this, we can at least look at the numbers.
Well, that's what the direction I'm asking is that we put together one set of bid specs